Hello, beautiful and beloved ones. This is Lorelei from the Tightrope to 5D Music Reactions, and welcome or welcome back. And if you wonder about that strange title, these days I'm bringing you a message after about every other video about this historic shift from third dimensional consciousness to fifth dimensional consciousness for the entire planet. And this is a message video, so I hope you stick around. But first we're going to look at Zhou Shen singing Memory from the movie or stage play Cats. Here we go. I stand corrected. I assumed it was Memory from Cats, but I think it's an old time song, Memory. So here we go. Let's see.
Smelling alone in the lamplight, the withered leaves collect at my feet, and the wind begins to mourn.
Before he goes into his hot stuff, I mean, that was already so beautiful. It already brings tears to my eyes because I love this song so much. It's a song I've always wanted to sing in some meaningful way. Maybe I'll sing it someday on this channel, but don't compare me to him. Only if you promise not to compare me to these other guys. But he is so, I mean, listen how beautiful, how clear, how pure the notes just shine, or they just ring right out there like a bell. Holy moly, so beautiful. So far, so beautiful. Oh, and it was Memory. I guess he started it some interesting way, which is an old time song, and then went into this. So that was a very interesting choice. By the way, don't forget, friends, I have my member tiers these days, and I'm furiously putting videos in there. The bottom two are special videos for you and music reactions, and the top is 5D stuff. So do check out the video on that if you have an interest. Let's go back a tad. I'd like to hear it actually from the beginning again. Let's try it again.
Lost a man. Midnight, not a sound from the pavement. Has the moon lost her memory? She's smelling alone in the lamplight. The withered leaves collect at my feet, and the wind begins to mourn. Memory, all alone in the moonlight, I can smell the old days. I was beautiful then. I remember the time I knew what happiness was. Let the memory live again.
I don't know why this song always brings tears to my eyes, but, well, it doesn't always bring them, but this time it's bringing them. It's always moving to me, but this time he's bringing tears to my eyes. I think it's the beauty of the sound of it. It's one of the most beautiful songs. I mean, if you just listen to it, it's so beautiful. And of course, the meaning of, looking back, feeling like something has passed you by. There was some wonderful thing, and now it's gone in your life. And oh my goodness, he's doing such a beautiful job bringing the emotion of it. Let's go back a tad and continue it. And by the way, if you're enjoying this, give me a like, Give him a like later. It's in the notes. And subscribe. Tell me anything, by the way, you know about this performance, too, in the comments. Please let me know.
Live again. Every street lamp seems to beat a fatalistic warning. Someone mutters and the street lamp got up, and soon it will be morning. Daylight, I must wait for the sunrise. I must think of a new life, and I mustn't give it.
Did you hear how soft he said daylight? I mean, I haven't heard it done like that. Most people give like so much punch to daylight, but he was so soft, so enwrapped in it, like so real about it. Let's just go back and hear that again.
Daylight, I must wait for the sunrise. I must think of a new life, and I mustn't give in. When the dawn comes, tonight will be a memory too, and a new day will begin.
These guys are just like amazed at him. They're just amazed at him.
我像一片落叶飘零，只有回不去的曾经，仿佛早晨偏见一朵野花，这记忆也在凋零。请你一点点向我靠近，哪怕一步的距离，留我在孤单里。只要你愿意，你也会感到我的真心。看。那晨光已来临。
Okay, there goes the makeup. By the way,
这次要演唱的是
there goes the makeup. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was so beautifully done. Oh my goodness. He did it so beautifully. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Did Great Beauty ever bring you to tears? It does me. Oh, phew. And probably some of the meaning too. Probably some of the those old memories. For the most part, I don't really ever look back into old memories of what used to be, but now and again, it comes to you. And so a song like this brings it to you, right? But oh my goodness, did he do a job on that? Wow. Wow. I don't know. I think it's mostly just the beauty of what he did that just made me tear up. By the way, if I'm probably going to have to put some kind of, well, this might fly. I don't know. I'm wondering whether I have to put some kind of like raindrops or something to have this be able to be shown, as a new thing, whatever. But if you see something like that, that's why, because I think that perhaps otherwise they may not let it be shown. For some of these shows, these Got Talent type of things, that is what you have to do in order to actually show the thing. But we'll see what happens here. Let me think this over. But anyway, wow, what a beautiful job, bro. Oh my goodness, so much beauty. I mean, we have to put it on my scale. 1 being very third dimensional, fear, pain, sadness, anger, suffering. 10 being very fifth dimensional, love, peace, joy, bliss, ease, beauty. Beauty is up there. And there was a lot of beauty in this. I think it's the beauty. But the meaning of it tends to be a little bit on the sad side. A little bit on the side of looking back at something and longing for something that you feel has passed you by. And you kind of feel like all your best days have passed you by. Although his way of doing it was a little more uplifting. I wish I could, by the way, for those of you who speak Chinese, I wish I could get Chinese subtitles. But the thing that I'm using does not do them. I'll maybe see if there's any other program I can use that would do that, because I'd love for you to be able to enjoy this. But anyway, some of you who don't speak English. But at any rate, so the meaning of it's a little bit more sad. So I do my scale. 1 being very third dimensional, fear, pain, sadness, anger, suffering. That's a lot of suffering in the meaning of this, though that's not exactly the way he did it. He did it in a more light, uplifted way, I would say. And 10 being very fifth dimensional, love, peace, joy, bliss, harmony, beauty, abundance, brotherhood, all that. So it's so beautiful. It's so very beautiful. Now, we're not talking about how well he did it. Let's be clear, because I'd have a lot of nerve to even think about rating this one on how well he did it. 10 or 100 or times better than me. But, it is intrinsically a little, pulling us to a sadder place often, you see. And I did cry, somewhat from the beauty, somewhat from the sadness of the song. So, so beautifully done. I'm going with a 7.5 on this, though, because I think the overall feel of it is so beautiful. He sang it so beautiful that it still uplifts you, even though the meaning of it is intrinsically sad. I don't know how he does that. That's kind of miraculous to me, but it does. Maybe we'll go with an 8, even with that on in mind. I'm going with an 8. I changed because it did uplift me too. So, okay. So, beloved ones, it was just wonderful. I just really loved it. And if you'd like to know a little bit about me, you can go to the About Me video here on this channel. And that leads you to another video about my Forged in the Fire journey in this third dimensional reality, if you'd like to check it out. And I learned a lot, though. I became a transformational coach, similar to a life coach, but a little more powerful, I'd say, in terms of getting rid of the garbage of your past. And then also, I learned a lot about natural healing in the course of those days in my life. And all of that stuff, if you want to see it, you can go to the link in the notes about Lorelei on Patreon. And also on there's a button, a link if you'd like to show me a little love. And here on this channel in the description is Buy Me a Coffee if you'd like to do that. And I very much appreciate those of you who have given me that vote of confidence. So thank you for that. Okay, let's get to my fifth dimensional message. So my fifth dimensional message for today is about felines and 5D. I saw that this was going to be from the movie Cats. So I thought, let me just do a little bit about felines and 5D. How do those two things relate, if they do relate? Now, I could also do a video about horses in 5D, about dolphins in 5D, about dogs in 5D. There are many animals here on this planet, and also mammals and and dolphins, that are related to 5D. And maybe I'll do some more of those things. In fact, I'll make a note to self to do a number of those other animals and talk about them. But let's today, because we talked about this movie Cats, talk about felines. You see, cats have an interesting way of walking around in life that is very fifth dimensional in some very interesting different ways. So the one way, first of all, is that they're very in the moment. If you ever notice, cats are in the moment. They're doing whatever they're doing in the moment, be it having a nap, be it playing with something. They don't hold on to anything, like of a negative sort of sense. For instance, I accidentally stepped on my cat's tail the other day, and boy, did he turn right around and like, hey, right? Because, it hurts, right? And they just lash out, and he ran off, like a bat out of heck. And I was worried about him, so I wasn't sure it was his tail or what I stepped on, so I kind of walked around trying to find him, and I did find him, and I picked him up, and he was fine, no problem. It's like he'd already forgotten it. In the space of maybe a minute and a half it took me to find him, it was like he'd already forgotten it. So they don't hold a grudge. This is a very higher dimensional thing, being in the moment, whatever happened, happened, but now it's a new moment, and you don't hold a grudge. So that's one of the ways that cats are very in the higher dimensions. And another way is this kind of thing that we always notice with cats, where they do what they want, when they want, how they want. If you ever notice that with your cat, that cat is a sovereign being. That cat is going to do life his or her way. You can't tell that cat what to do. You can't tell that cat how to do it. That cat has no concern or interest whether to people please you. A dog can be a people pleaser in some ways, right? And, they want to really get your approval and everything. Cat does not care. Cat is a sovereign being, has not a care at all whether you approve of this one or not. In fact, a cat deigns you to give you his affection. He deigns to give you his affection. You can feel it from a cat, right? If I give you my affection, you are a very honored one. Right? Did you ever feel that from a cat? You are honored if I give you my affection. And that's how a cat feels. You don't have to give me your affection, but if I give you my affection, that means I'm giving you an honor. So a cat has a very strong sense of self, a very strong love of self, a very strong freedom. Freedom is important to a cat. My cat will sit there, and I'm just talking, freedom to do what it wants, when it wants, how it wants, but also they want to go where they want to go. My cat will howl at the window and to go outside. He will howl because he wants to go outside. Now, this is a rough road here, so I can't just let him out willy-nilly because it's very dangerous for cats. But he gets out now and again, and I ask the angels to protect him. And I figure, he needs to do that, I guess, because this is what he wants, to live a full life for himself. But a cat, just does life his or her way, and is really the sovereign ruler of his or her domain, and thrives on freedom. Cat absolutely thrives on freedom to do what it wants when it wants. And these are all very fifth dimensional, very higher dimensional concepts. In fact, we are in a fight right now on this planet. Humanity is in a fight for its freedom from all the various ways of controlling us, the various apparatuses for control, the various leaders that look to control us, or from the background, the various people in positions of power that look to control us for thousands and thousands and thousands of years and did control us. Right now, we are fighting for our freedom. And that's 5D. 5D is when you really have that freedom and you make use of that freedom, and nobody can tell you what to do. You are a sovereign being. So a cat can give us a good understanding of that. Now, even more than that, it's been understood for a long time that there's a sort of a holiness about a cat. In fact, as we understand it in my circles, if you can believe it, cats are not just living in this dimension. All that time that they sit there and they sleep on that bed or wherever they sleep, all those hours and hours that they sleep, it's not because they're tired or lazy. It's actually because they're going into their dream state to live their lives in other realities or participate in those other realities. Yes, they are multidimensional beings. Hope this gives you a little more elevated understanding of your cat, because cats are living in multidimensional realities. And this one they kind of troop into now and then and hang around and eat and, play with their toys and get some petting and rub up against you. And then they go back to wherever is their other places that they're interacting. Can you believe it? That's pretty cool, huh? Now, you can believe me or not believe me, but that's what we've been told by the Ascended Masters who have channeled various things on cats. And springing off of that thought as well, you see, there is an entire race of individuals called the Lyrans, higher dimensional galactic family of light beings, who have the cat DNA, who are from the cat race. and they have come to such a level, you might not, if you see them, you can go online and you can Google pictures of them that people have drawn or whatever. They're not going to look like cats, although they're looking a little different from us for sure. But they're not looking flat out like a cat for the most part. But they have other kinds of features, and different, they don't look quite human either. And these, as we understand it, these Lyran, these higher dimensional beings, although some have pictured them as having even more cat-like features, you can look and see, I guess it's different people's interpretations, but these higher dimensional family of light galactic beings, they are the sort of ascended form of cat, of the feline DNA. They are the higher dimensional form, the higher dimensional consciousness of the feline DNA. So that when you're cuddling with your cat there, by the way, don't be surprised if some higher dimensional, I don't know, individual that maybe is in your own particular lineage, your family of light, that maybe is from Lyra, might not be sort of kind of, I don't know, coming through and communicating with you through this cat, because they can certainly do that since they are related to the DNA of a cat. So for instance, this cat has a direct line to the feline higher dimensional family of light galactic beings. You see, and they can come through this cat, not necessarily with a message per se, but with an energy, to send you an energy. They can bring a message too, but it'd be hard for a cat to give you the message, but they can give you that energetic message, that love, that sort of, and this could be part of the reason why you're feeling so wonderful. That when you're holding your cat and you're petting your cat, there's an energy that's coming out of that cat that is just so full of love. And it's not, I'm going to assert, it's not just your cat. Certainly it is your cat, but it may not just be your cat. It may be all of those other individuals. And perhaps, here's another crazy thought, if you have a super fondness for cats, maybe your lineage, when you came to this planet as a divine soul or spark of God to participate here, maybe your lineage goes back to the Lyran lineage. How interesting is that, right? And the other interesting, wonderful thing about cats is that they're healers. They're actually literally healers. So when they come up and they plop themselves down on your body in some place, and sometimes it's the very place, by the way, where maybe you have some discomfort. My cat will sometimes sit on my stomach, which there can be sometimes some discomfort in digestion, and sit there and just purr. And that loud, loud purr. Well, do you know that purring is actually a healing frequency? The cat is literally sending you a healing frequency. Arguably, it seems like, because they tend to choose the place where one is having discomfort, it seems like they have some kind of intuitive knowledge of where to put their body that will actually help you to heal. How cool is that? So your cat is actually in so many ways bringing forth fifth dimensional energy, fifth dimensional understanding, fifth dimensional knowing. And so I don't think there's any accident that when they made this play on Broadway, this extraordinary musical, and it was all cats, I don't think that's an accident. I think that was some way of sort of honoring the divine sort of, I don't know, the divine uplifted energy of cats. So some of you don't have cats and you might think, oh, this is crazy nuts. But those of you who have cats, I bet you can understand what I'm saying. Those of you who love cats and have cats, I bet you can understand what I'm saying. Okay, so that's what all I wanted to bring you about this understanding of what cats can teach us, or what cats are bringing forth when it comes to 5D consciousness and 5D energy. So the next time your kitty sits in your lap and gives you all that purring and all that love, or that just that beautiful look into your eyes, my cat can look into my eyes and just like, he just fixes his stare, and it's like, it's like he's got something he's telling me, and maybe I'm the dumb one who doesn't get it all the time. So when your cat does this to you, consider your cat is a lot more than just this earthly little cat. Okay, beloved ones, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up and send you that beautiful fifth dimensional energy, the love, the peace, the bliss, the joy, the fun, the play, the ease, and that uplifted, you can learn from your cat all those uplifting ways of being. Let's send it all to you right now. Here it comes. Namaste. I honor the God